In my last video, I talked into life force energy or vital life force and spiritual energy, Modi and Waidawa respectively. And I wanted to go a little deeper into my relationship with Modi or life force. And I'd love to know what your thoughts are on the topic, whether they're different or the same, and what your perspectives are, because there's no right or wrong answer here. It comes down to what it means to you. And part of my work is helping my clients, helping men particularly, to understand where their life force is, where their spark is, and reigniting that spark. When I've spoken about this before, I talk about life force being internal. It's that thing inside of you, where spiritual energy is external, right? It's that stuff you feel the room, and all that kind of thing, feel the energy. And I talk about it in the sense that it's the spark of life that you come into contact with the moment you're conceived. And in the creative process, when that spark is ignited or ignited for the first time, one would hope that, well, it's a very powerful experience anyway, but one would hope too that it's a pleasurable experience, and it's a highly energetic experience, something that we can share as we grow older, as we mature, and as our life's journey unfolds for us. And there really should be no taboo, so to speak, around this creation of life, because it's a beautiful, positive experience. And to bring a soul into being by creating that spark or enabling the creation of that spark is a powerful, powerful thing. And staying on that spark, staying on Modi or vital life force, it's yours, right? It's uniquely yours, and no one has the right to take it away or diminish it in any way. The thing is, Modi is, or the vital life force being inside of you, it can grow and it can be diminished. This is where I say that no one has the right to take it away. No one has the right to diminish your light, right? Others do have the ability to take away that vital life force from you. That is, if you let them. And chances are, if you're letting someone take away your vital life force by the words they say, the things they do, my guess is your spark has already been dimmed by some person or experience of your past that's kind of like weakened you and made you vulnerable to being dimmed even further, and having that spark, having your life force taken away even further. The thing is, you may not even know it, because it's perhaps the way that you were raised, or the relationships that you've been in, the work that you do, that any of that sort of thing can do this. And you may not necessarily be aware that there's a chink in your armor, so to speak. So the power is in rebuilding your armor, fortifying your spark, or your being, I suppose, so that that when someone does come along and say the wrong thing, or do the wrong thing, or life just serves you lemons, so to speak, it doesn't take away from the power of that life force, that power of who you are as a person. I mean, my spark's been dimmed throughout my life, before I even really knew what life force was all about. I mean, when I was 19 years old, for example, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I was told that I would be dead by 40, in a wheelchair by the time I was 30, and dead by the time I was 40. I'm now 46 years old and in the best health of my life, right? I think part of that was a chink in my armor, to say the very least. Most of me at the time didn't want to believe it. And it wasn't a denial thing, I don't think. I think it was more about, what can I do to not be vulnerable? Really unconscious process, great family around me, all that jazz. And I learned, I think, the process, was learning how to manage my life force, manage my sense of autonomy, and hold on to that spark as much as I possibly could. I mean, the whole process, really, I'd lost all feeling from the neck down. My eyes were doing strange things at the time as well. I mean, the whole experience, I can honestly say, the whole experience almost killed me, until I actually made the decision to change my life. To change my life in a way that meant that I was supporting myself, supporting my own life force, supporting my physical and emotional needs. The million-dollar question is, how did I do it, right? Through reaffirmation of my purpose. through resetting my perspective. And all of that was about reigniting that spark inside, the power that resides inside of me. And as a healer now in my life, as my career, as my role in the world, my purpose, my role as a healer is to provide you with a safe space where you and your higher self can heal and do the work. I believe in energy at its highest form, right? The world we live in is very transactional, so everything we do is about an energy exchange. Put simply, in the healing space, it's about feeling safe, feeling psychologically safe, physically safe, emotionally safe, spiritually and energetically safe. Energy is energy, no matter how you look at it. And together, we can create the best possible balance for you to thrive.